Hi everyone! For today's project, I'm gonna get back to those tiny little accordion sketchbooks. And this time I'm using one that I bought. It's a Hanamule brand and it has watercolor paper in it. And if you want to learn how to make your own with whichever paper you like in it, I'll put a link of my tutorial on how to make those tiny little accordion sketchbooks in this video's description box below. As you may have noticed, I've been having a lot of fun painting landscapes in gouache lately. I found that it's a great medium to allow me to be more loose with my paintings, and I'm not as scared to paint landscapes with gouache because I can actually be loose with it. So I've been having a lot of fun, and I thought it was time for a tiny landscape challenge. So I grabbed one of my tiny sketchbooks and I figured that I would use a double page per painting, and that means I could paint 9 landscapes in that tiny sketchbook. On the top part, I used a landscape format, and on the other side I used a portrait format. And it seems like every time I do a challenge like that in my tiny sketchbooks, the first 1 or 2 drawings that I do, they're not the best. They're kind of like a warm-up, and then I get better and better, and then I start liking what I make. And this was no different. Although the first painting wasn't so bad, I found that it was a little muddy. I struggled a little bit, and then I realized that I was using a brush that was way too big. So I changed and I kind of found my groove, and eventually I started having a lot of fun. So I got all those reference photos from Pixabay. It's a really good source of inspiration. And I tried to make those landscapes as varied as possible. So when I get to the second one, I was already more confident and I really liked it. I liked all the little details. And then the third one was overall my favorite out of the 9. It looks like the most complicated to make in my opinion, but it was the easiest one to make. And it was even the fastest one to make. And I really like how it came out. So I was supposed to post this video a couple days ago, and then life happened. The neighbors across the street had some trees cut, and one of them fell on the electric line that goes over the road to our house. The line didn't break, but it ended up hanging very low over the road, and a moving truck drove by and kind of ran into it. So it kind of ripped the cable from our house, and we ended up having no electricity for a couple days because we needed to have the electrician to fix that attachment on our house. And the first day he didn't have the right parts, so we had to wait for the second day. And then when the electrician was done, we had to call the electricity company, and then they came pretty fast and they reattached the cable to run it across the street. And then we had to call the cable company so that we can finally have the internet and our landline and everything working again. And they said that they wouldn't make it till 4 days later, and we said no, we can't. We've already been out of the internet for 2 days. We really need it now. So they were really good. They were able to come the following afternoon. So we ended up with no internet for 3 days, and that is why first 2 days no electricity, so I couldn't finish painting those landscapes. And after that, no cable for a while, so I couldn't actually post a video. So I was able to finally finish everything and post it, and everything's finally back to normal. I'm super happy with that little project. It was a lot of fun, and I'm also very proud of myself that I'm getting a lot more confident with those paintings. Some of them I like a little less, but they were really good practice and they made me learn a lot. If you're learning to use gouache, I really recommend to do a bunch of the subject you're learning to paint. And don't make them too big so that you can make a lot of them in a short amount of time. I think it's great practice, and it's really gonna help you improve and learn more about the medium. I hope you enjoyed this challenge as much as I did. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're brand new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite landscape. I have a few, but I must say that my favorite one is the mittens, just because I was amazed at how easy it ended up being and how great they look. Thank you all for stopping by. I'll see you soon in another video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.